Y'all, they didn't cut my motherfucking food stamps. How the fuck am I supposed to survive? What you want me to do, get a job? Ain't it the taxpayers' responsibility to take care of people like me? They taking our food stamps. They taking our benefits.
At the end of the day, it's his responsibility to go out, work, and earn money so he can afford food, just like most people have to. Personal responsibility is a big part of how the system is supposed to function. But anyway, today I've gathered some of the wildest welfare-related clips online. And trust me, you do not want to miss the insane last one.
I'm a single mother of 9 kids, which means there are 10 of us in the household. So yes, I do spend about $3,000 a month in groceries. That's only $300 a month per person. It really sucks that my food stamps got cut from $3,000 to $800 because I can't feed a family of 10 off of $800 a month. And the money I was saving from not having to spend on groceries, I was using to pay our mortgage payment. My mortgage is about $2,800 a month. And thankfully I do get child support because I have 5 different baby daddies. Thank God I have so many baby daddies, because if I only had one and they only gave me like a certain percentage of his paycheck, I genuinely don't know what I would do. But I do have 5 different ones, so I do get paychecks from all 5 of them. And I did get a part-time job. I was a stay-at-home mom, but when this happened, I decided I'm going to have to get a part-time job just so I can feed my kids. Thankfully, all my kids are school age and summer is almost over, so I'm not going to have to worry about daycare costs. All this to say, $3,000 a month is a very reasonable amount for me to be getting from the government since I have a family of 10.
Man, the more I watched, the worse it kept getting. Having 10 children is already a massive responsibility, and when there are multiple fathers involved, it really raises questions about long-term planning and stability. At the end of the day, bringing children into the world comes with the responsibility to support and provide for them. These are serious life decisions, and the consequences don't just affect the parents, they affect the kids too.
It just gets bad in here, man. I just don't want to be here no more. I pray to God just. I'm just tired of you guys talking about me and just always talking shit. You guys just don't even know how to just leave me alone. I'm just so tired.
Getting deported is traumatic for anyone. There's no doubt about that. But if someone was receiving government assistance for over 20 years, it does raise the question of whether there were opportunities during that time to pursue legal status. 2 decades is a long time, and immigration processes, while complicated, do exist. It's a difficult situation all around, but long-term planning and legal stability are crucial when you're building a life somewhere.
I'm just flabbergasted at this point on how someone claims to be pro-life, but absolutely goes against everything to make sure that this life is protected once they are born. If someone's pro-life, they're not going to vote against SNAP benefits to feed kids. If someone's pro-life, they're not going to rip children from families. If someone's pro-life, they're not going to violently detain and hurt the parents of children. At this point, you're not pro-life. You're pro-control for women and turning them into baby factories. That's all you fucking care about. If you were pro-life, you would not be doing the shit that you're doing now. All you are is pro-control.
Like I've said before, when you choose to have children, you're also choosing the responsibility that comes with supporting them. If you know you're not in a position to provide financially or emotionally, that's something that really needs to be considered beforehand. Parenting isn't just about having kids. It's about being ready to take care of them long term. Those decisions have lasting consequences, especially for the children involved.
Hey, Mitt, what's wrong? Are you all right? I'm okay. Why are you throwing a tantrum here? Because what? No EBT. Cause what? No EBT. No EBT? No EBT. Look, girl, look, listen. Your boy Greatness is here blessing people that are having EBT issues. So this is for you, all right?
Thank you.
God bless you. And clean up on aisle 6. Anyone?
Like the man said, there's really no reason to throw a tantrum and start damaging the whole store. At the same time, considering how she was acting beforehand, I can see why some people might question whether giving her the money was the right move. Rewarding bad behavior can sometimes just reinforce it. Either way, losing control like that never helps the situation.
A migrant, okay, an immigrant, left a receipt in the store. And you know how I got the food stamp remaining balance at the bottom of the receipt, right? $13,500 with a $5,000 cash, Larry. Okay? Migrant, somebody that's not from this country. Now, you are a veteran and you've also served this country, correct?
Correct.
Now tell these fucking people, okay, after I just said they left the receipt with a $13,000 food stamp balance. Tell these people, as a veteran that served this country, right? Tell them how much food stamps you get in a month.
$23. $23.
23, not 2,300,
$23.
not 230. How much you getting in food stamps a month?
$23 a month.
$23 versus a person that's not even from this fucking country versus a person that did not serve this fucking country. $13,000 they said it was on that receipt.
$23.
And you fighting to get your what?
100.
Your 100% from the VA.
On the VA.
He can't even get it.
Fight.
America, you should be fucking ashamed of your
Fight
goddamn self.
100%.
You should be ashamed of yourself. See if Kamala gonna fix that. Here this man is a veteran, okay? Fighting for his 100%. He done fought for this country and he get $23 worth of food stamps every month. And then they done found a damn receipt of an immigrant, a migrant, getting $13,000 a month, Larry. Not every 5 months, not every year. A month. Is that not a slap in the face?
Slap me in the face. Well, that's sad. Fighting for this country ain't even worth it.
Nope. It's not.
No.
You got it? Roll with it.
So between EBT and cash benefits, that family reportedly had close to $20,000. That's a significant amount of money coming from government assistance programs. And it's easy to see why some taxpayers would feel frustrated if they believe the system isn't being managed properly. When public funds are involved, transparency and oversight matter, because trust in the system is everything.
So if I get a job, I can get food stamps. But if I don't get a job, they cut my food stamps. But if I get a job, they're going to cut my food stamps anyway. How does that work?
So yeah, generally speaking, most assistance programs expect you to either have a job or at least be actively looking for one. The idea is that support is meant to help people get back on their feet, not replace effort altogether. At the same time, if someone is earning well above the eligibility limit, it makes sense that they wouldn't qualify, since those resources are intended for people who need the most. The goal of these programs is to strike a balance, encouraging responsibility while directing help where it's truly necessary.
Welfare fraud. Talk about I was getting food stamps for all 7 of my kids while they wasn't in the house. So now that's food stamp fraud. Talk about I owed them $92K and talk about I'm like, what, lady? I'm like, I ain't even got no $92K. She said over the whole duration of the period, I got $92K. So she talking about I gotta pay all that money back and I can't apply for food stamps no more. Like, what? How y'all gonna try to get me for food stamp fraud for kids that I did have? She talking about they was not in my household, but y'all didn't ask me if they was in my household. Y'all asked me, did I have children? And I put all 7 of my kids on there. I'm just confused. How is that food stamp fraud?
I'm honestly not sure what she's confused about here. If you're applying for benefits, they're obviously going to ask which children actually live with you. And if those kids are grown and living on their own, it wouldn't make sense to claim assistance for them. These programs are usually based on current household members, so the details really matter.
That's just to make this video, just to make something very, very clear to the white man. Black Americans do not care about you taking away our EBT and our government assistance because Black Americans never depended on the American government to take care of us and feed us because we never could. We were never able to depend on the government in spite of what you may say and what you may try to force us to believe. So you can sit back and you can mock, you can laugh, and you can think that you're about to starve us to death. But I'm here to let you know that we are going to eat regardless, even if we have to hunt you animals down and roast and eat you.
Dear white people, I am not going to eat you. That is absolutely disgusting and evil and wicked. But I just want to point out the fact that we are definitely living in end times. And if you don't think so, then you are highly deceived, because what was that? We talking about cannibalism over some food stamps? I mean, I get times are rough. I understand that. Food prices are crazy, but what?
This is honestly such a wild video to record and post online. I really don't know what she was thinking putting that out there for everyone to see. And look, there are other options besides relying solely on SNAP, whether that's picking up extra hours, finding another source of income, or going to a local food bank for support. Posting something like that publicly just makes the situation worse. Tough situations are real, but how you handle them matters too.
Y'all, they didn't cut my motherfucking food stamps. I was getting $500 a month for food stamps, and then they gonna cut me down to $75 a month. How the fuck am I supposed to survive off $75 a month? What you want me to do? Get a job? Y'all really want me to work, don't y'all? Y'all really want me to wake up every morning and work for the man? Working ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want to get up and go to work. Ain't it the taxpayers' responsibility to take care of people like me? Ain't it y'all responsibility to take? Why y'all not doing y'all job, taxpayers? Why y'all not doing y'all jobs? They cutting everybody food stamps off, and y'all just sitting there acting like y'all ain't responsible for this shit. Y'all need to go to work and work more motherfucking hours. Go work more fucking hours. Go make more so they can tax you more so we can get this goddamn money. The fuck is wrong with y'all? They taking our food stamps. They taking our benefits. All because y'all want to work less hours. All because y'all don't want to go to work. All because y'all want to quit y'all jobs. All because y'all don't want a promotion. What the fuck? Do better.
There's a lot wrong with that video, honestly. At the end of the day, most people have to wake up and work in order to afford food and basic necessities. That's just how life works for the majority. Assistance programs are generally meant to help people who are trying, whether they're working, actively looking for work, or temporarily in a tough spot. The expectation is effort and accountability, because that's what keeps the system fair for everyone involved.
I found out something else. I don't know if y'all heard or not, but Trump is getting rid of that Section 8 and EBT for these people that don't want to get out here and go to work. Your time is up, baby. Y'all, I know most people like us really not feeling Trump, but I'm kind of feeling him on what he's saying about this. Now, how many of y'all have family members, friends, people you know that's been living off Section 8 for 20 years? They rent $3. They don't go to work. Not that they can't go to work. They don't want to go to work. Now, let me say this on the sidebar. They do have some people that need Section 8. Some people that, medically, they can't go to work. Or, they just can't physically. I get it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to these ones that your mama been on Section 8 all her life, and she ripping and running and doing this and doing that, and then you seen she was on Section 8, paid $3 rent, so now you as a young girl, because you done got pregnant and you got a baby, you go run out there and get on Section 8, and you ain't working, and you having child after child after child, and y'all all on Section 8 getting food stamps, $1,000 a month, and no, that's all about to stop. That's who I'm talking to. Okay? Trump said that's enough. So for us people that goes to work, that's working, He said you got to have at least 30 hours, okay? 30 hours a week to qualify for the program, all right? So most of us that work on a regular basis, 30 hours ain't nothing to us. This is what we do. So guess what? We gonna be the ones walking around in the grocery store with the big baskets because we deserve it. All these years, they've been letting people with no job. They walking around with 2-3 baskets full of groceries, and us hardworking people, we got a little handheld basket with 2-3 items in there because that's all we have left out of our check. And they sitting around getting fat food, eating lobsters and shrimp and crabs and all this other good food, and we can't even eat that. And we the ones going to work. So I'm glad Trump didn't flip the switch, baby. So all y'all that's living it up right now, that's able-bodied to go to work, and you're choosing not to go to work, you better get ready. Because, baby, y'all finna get them notices. And them notices gonna come soon. And like he said, real quick. And those of us that go to work, we ought to be able to go and apply for some food stamps and see what it feels like. To be able to go in the line and slide a card with pride. Because it's not for the ones that don't have nothing. It's for the ones that's working to have something. It's our turn now, y'all.
Honestly, this change is long overdue. It really should have happened years ago. It doesn't make sense for someone to receive benefits if they're working less than 30 hours a week. There should have been clear restrictions on programs like Section 8 and food stamps from the start to ensure that assistance goes to those who truly need it. Proper oversight and rules help keep these programs fair and effective for everyone.
This message is for everybody that's not on food stamps. This message is for y'all. Y'all be like, oh, I got a job. I can pay for my food. Y'all ain't gonna have food stamps. How y'all gonna eat? Baby, how you think they gonna eat? Off you. Yeah, off you. You know how many homes about to get broken into? You know how many people about to get knocked over the head coming out their job or leaving the ATM or the bank? You know how many people about to get set the fuck up? I'm just saying, while you over there laughing, grinning, cheesing, looking like Chester the cat, baby, they gonna go for y'all first. They coming for y'all first. I'm just saying. Don't laugh at somebody else's pain, baby, because guess what? They gonna make you feel that shit 10 times worse. Just saying.
I really don't get it. In 2026, people are actually breaking into homes and stealing just to get food? It's absolutely wild that someone would go that far instead of working a little more, picking up extra hours, or finding another way to earn. The choices here are just baffling. But trust me, guys, you do not want to miss this last insane clip.
So my sister made a video about how my whole entire family gets EBT. And everyone is calling us bums because we don't work and we live off the government. And we are proud of that. Growing up, this is what we were taught. We were taught to not have to work. We were taught to live off the government because it is there for us to use. And from what I could remember, it all started back with my grandparents. My grandparents used to get the paper, like the paper coupons to go and pay for, food and stuff like that. And that's when I was like, this is free money. Like, what? So living off of EBT is literally a tradition in our family. Once my grandparents passed away, my mom started, applying, and she got approved for all 6 of us kids. And then, once my sister got older, she had her first child. She applied for food stamps, and she got, it was just like, a domino effect. One after another, we all got approved for EBT. And guess what? It's not going to stop there. Why? Because I have taught my children, and I'm going to be teaching my grandchildren, that they should do the same thing. They don't have to work. They could just have children, put themselves on EBT, get child support, all of that I do so I don't have to work. They could do it themselves.
This is honestly just appalling behavior, and the fact that it's being treated like a family tradition makes it even worse. These programs were created to provide temporary relief to people in need, but some individuals find ways to abuse them for their entire lives. That's not what assistance is meant for, and it hurts everyone who actually needs help. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment which moment you thought was the worst. I'll see you in the next one.